My dear child, have you noticed how often you speak to yourself? Every day, you are having conversations in your mind. Some of those words encourage you, but many of those words discourage you. You tell yourself, I'm not good enough. I'm always failing. Nothing ever works out for me. I'm not capable. And over time, you begin to believe those words. Listen to me carefully, my child. The words you repeat become the thoughts you believe, and the thoughts you believe influence the way you live. That is why your words matter. Many people spend years speaking defeat over their lives. They expect failure before they even begin. They expect rejection before they even try. They expect disappointment before they even take a step forward. Then they wonder why they feel trapped. But how can you move forward with confidence if you constantly tell yourself that you cannot? How can you grow if you keep speaking as though growth is impossible? My child, your words have power, not because they magically control everything, but because they shape your attitude, they shape your decisions, they shape your perspective. When you constantly focus on what is wrong, you begin to overlook what is right. When you constantly speak about limitations, you stop noticing possibilities. I am not asking you to ignore reality. I am not asking you to pretend that problems do not exist. I am asking you to stop speaking hopelessness into every situation. There is a difference between honesty and defeat. Honesty says, this situation is difficult. Defeat says, this situation will never change. Honesty says, I still have a lot to learn. Defeat says, I will never be good enough. Do you see the difference? One leaves room for growth. The other closes the door before growth can begin. Be careful with the way you speak about yourself. You are not defined by one bad day. You are not defined by one mistake. You are not defined by one failure. Yet many people allow a single moment to become the story they tell themselves forever. Do not do that. Speak with wisdom. Speak with hope. Speak with courage. When you face a challenge, remind yourself that challenges can be overcome. When you face uncertainty, remind yourself that uncertainty does not mean disaster. When you make a mistake, remind yourself that mistakes can become lessons. The story you tell yourself matters. If you constantly tell yourself that you cannot succeed, you will stop trying. If you constantly tell yourself that you are unworthy, you will stop seeing your value. If you constantly tell yourself that change is impossible, you will stop growing. My child, choose your words carefully, not because life is perfect, but because your future deserves better than constant negativity. Encourage yourself. Challenge yourself. Believe that growth is possible. Believe that learning is possible. Believe that tomorrow can be different from today. The words you speak today can help build the person you become tomorrow. So speak with faith. Speak with wisdom. Speak with hope. And remember this. Your life is influenced not only by what happens to you, but also by the story you choose to tell yourself about it. Make that story one of courage, growth, and possibility.